being that all the issues, all the depravity in America today are affecting all Christians and their kids in a big way, do you think we can consistently, like at the Dodgers game, bring Protestants and Catholic together on these issues? And if yes, how so?
Well, definitely. And it starts with laser focusing on what it is we need to accomplish together. We're not looking to change anybody's way of worshiping. Besides directing Priests for Life, I'm also president of the National Pro-Life Religious Council. Now that's interdenominational. We've got it's a coalition. It involves Lutherans for Life, Presbyterians pro-life, Anglicans for life, Methodist groups, various denominations. And what holds us together? Not a denial that there are differences, not an effort to get people out of their denominations and into something else, but rather a focus on why is it that we're coming together in the first place. And in this case, with this group that I lead, the focus is ending abortion. So it requires a discipline. It starts with a mental discipline of saying, okay, I'm going to get together with these brothers and sisters because we acknowledge we have a lot in common already. We are all professing Jesus Christ as Lord. And we have a specific goal of trying to stop the killing of babies. Once you're set on that path, that's a matter of doing it together. There's such a thing as theological dialogue, but then there's also, you're talking about the differences and the similarities in the beliefs, but there's also what you might call biologue, life. We're living together in the battle. And when we do that, we see that really the pro-life movement is the greatest example of this, because Christians are joining together, educating, lobbying, getting pro-life candidates elected, praying in front of abortion facilities, and even going to jail at times, not for violence, but for peaceful pro-life activity. Many pro-lifers have been thrown in jail, and many times, it's the Catholics and evangelicals sitting together in that prison and recognizing, wow, we're living the biblical experience that the earliest Christians lived through, because we're suffering not for doing wrong, but for doing right. How we can make all this happen: reach out, join together, recognize that, the divisions in the body of Christ, they've become more horizontal than vertical. In the past, the vertical silos, here's the Catholics, Presbyterians, and you can basically, presume what it is that these people think and believe. But now, horizontal division, those who actually believe what the Word says and believe that we have a truth and a morality that have been handed on from Jesus and that we have to preserve in the face of these cultural storms that are coming at us, versus those who seem to be more interested in adapting to the culture than changing it. And so therefore, I'll have more in common with friends who are evangelicals than I will with some of my fellow Catholic priests, because the division has become like that, where you look at some of these folks within your own denominational silo, and you have to wonder what they actually believe. And it also comes back to that matter we discussed before, simply of courage. Do we have the courage to live out what we believe and to challenge those in power who are not embracing the values and the morality of Christ?
I think you put that perfectly. I'm calling all Christians right now: set your differences aside, because we have a lot more in common. America needs saving, and we can do it, but we got to come together to do it. We can argue about our differences some other time. Let's save the babies. Let's save our children first.